Hey Ida, thank you guys, and thank you ASPN. I have a present for you. You do not have to wear it during this interview, but I sure hope you wear it when you're president of this amazing society. So, St. Louis, 1996, I look good.
Yeah.
We had the ASPN meeting here. Still, you know, a big association with the Plastic Surgery Research Council, also the same time here. In fact, in this room, we had a big party. In the kitchen, the kids had boom boxes or whatever they are. They put, I came home from work after I tidied everything up, and there were blue plastic bits on the light, so the whole kitchen was blue. And they had their band set up. It was just like 4 or 5 of them. Wires all over the place. It was just a great weekend that weekend. But anyway, I found this for you.
Thank
and
you.
I want to give it to
I
you.
love it.
And yes, and
I'd be
so
honored to wear it.
yes, you will. It'll be vintage. It's vintage
is
already.
vintage.
1996.
1996.
Yeah. So
That's
listen,
great.
thank you everybody for this amazing award. I'm just first of all shocked. I didn't even know this award existed.
So this award came about as we were getting through these couple years, which have been really tough for everybody. And I think we wanted to, as we were meeting on Zoom, think about the organization and the people in it and how we could really recognize the leadership of the founding members and past presidents and pay homage to them. And I think it's amazing that you are the first recipient.
Me too.
Well deserved.
Thank
and
you.
I'm super excited to have thought about the award, started it up this year, and be able to be here with you in person to talk about the history and your contributions and the next steps towards the future.
Great. I'm just excited. Thank you.
So let's start maybe. Can you take us back in time to when you and your colleagues started this wonderful organization, what you were thinking, what's been on your mind, and then we'll go into where the future takes us.
Okay, well, I hope you can tell I'm pretty excited about this. And because of the ASPN, which just started, I didn't think, oh, you're going to be a co-founder and 1 year it'll be 30 years, and then 30 years from now it'll be 60 years. I never imagined that. It was just this excitement about finding a few people, not a lot, but a few people that were within the Plastic Surgery Research Council. I think most people know this story, but Plastic Surgery Research Council really was the area where young plastic surgeons that weren't really welcomed in the AAPS yet because they were too young, but could discuss their research. And there just wasn't enough time on the program to allow us to dig into what we wanted to. So like what I was saying, when we had the meeting for the Plastic Surgery Research Council here in St. Louis in 1996, we also had the ASPN here. It was very much linked to the Plastic Surgery Research Council. And it was just the founding members that really enjoyed NERV and had a lot to talk about. And we needed more time to talk about it together as a group, hence the Research Council. For me, it was an easy, natural thing, because from very early on, even as a pre-med student, I liked NERV. As a medical student, I wanted to be a neurologist. I know I've told you this before. And when I went to Toronto, I worked at a hospital, St. Mike's Hospital, and the plastic surgery there was not overwhelming. There was, well, what would have been overwhelming, because Ralph Manctillo, who did the first free functioning muscle, I remember when he presented that at a national meeting, you could hear a pin drop. Free gracilis to give a Volkmann's hand function. He was supposed to be at that hospital. I was there. The day I arrived, he left to the Toronto General. So in the afternoons and evenings and the weekends, I would go to Dr. Alan Hudson's clinic, operating room, lab. That's where I met Dan Hunter, and just sit with nerve surgery. He was the nerve surgeon for Canada, and he was best friends with David Klein, who was the nerve surgeon for the United States at LSU. So nerve was always something that I just soaked up and loved it. So having the ASPN was needed in order to become what we are. We're a specialty. People don't necessarily recognize that, but we're very much a specialty, as is people that operate in the thoracic area or the gallbladder area or the colorectal area. Nerve is especially, and it's so beautiful because just as we have with ASPN, we have all the specialties that touch the nerve and care about it, and the research component. So our colleagues just even in basic research, equally welcome. Past presidents, physical therapy, Chris Novak, Tessa Gordon, basic science. It's not just surgery, it's the whole component of it. Before, with the research work, with the surgeons, with the physical therapist. It's just a really precious, precious group.
And I totally agree with that. I think it's a wonderful organization that really does think outside the box. Can you talk a little bit about sort of people you've mentored throughout the ASPN's history and sort of next steps and where we need to go next with the organization as well as nerve surgery in general?
Well, that's a really big question, and we've got about 4.5 minutes left to answer that one. I'll tell you that what I am most proud of is the students that I've trained, and they are the next generation of leadership for ASPN. But what I am really so proud of is being a part of bringing nascent nerve surgery to the level that it is now, and that definitely relates to the to ASPN and all of the people that even the logo, Tommy Tongue and I. No, was it Tommy Tongue and I? Did we do this logo? No, we didn't do this logo. Of course, we did the logo for the journal. But on that logo, Susan Clow, medical artist, and I working on that logo. So many memories. But here we are, especially now. Yeah. And all of the years that have gone into this slow development, 30 years has gone by in a minute, not just 30 years, but in a minute. And out of that, with all the people in this society that have been so collaborative, being able to birth this new specialty. It'll take a while. We know everything is slow and moving forward. The concept of how long it takes for anything to be transmitted and adopted and developed, but you can't stop it now. It's reached the tipping point. It's beyond the tipping point. It is. There's nerve surgeons all around the world, and which reminds me of the blessing of being able to work with Andrew for a decade and a half and come up with all of these videos that now have been seen so many times by so many people that do the operation better and more frequently than me. You don't even need those videos anymore. They are just, it's gone. The cat's out of the bag, and it's not this orphan society. We used to talk about as orphan society, caught between all these different specialties, owned by no one, loved by all but or not. It's really become a specialty, and I'm just looking forward to when I'm 101 and coming to the 60th anniversary of this great society, led by all of my friends that at one time were medical students. When did I first meet you? You were a medical student then? No, you were a resident.
I was a resident.
You were a resident.
Yeah.
Medical students, residents, fellows, junior attendings, and now are in positions all over the country, all over the continent, and all around the world, the people that I've touched and had a part of. So just wonderful. Thank you for this honor, because it gave me the opportunity to remember all these great things.
Yeah, that's great, and I think we're all delighted to have you as the first recipient of this award. As you stated, you've touched people around the world with your lectures, your online presence, and being ahead of the curve clinically and educationally. So what are next steps for you personally? What are you thinking of for the future?
Wow, so I was, when we prepared those videos, we were really worried about having the clinical judgment in the front of it, so people were operating on nerves that needed an operation and then doing the right operation. And we've put a lot of work into coaching and how to manage the decision making, and then what you do after that, and monitoring the work, really being a coach once they're doing the surgery. And out of that, just a month ago, my life changed. I'm still, as you know, have a busy clinical practice, which I love, and but I've started this coaching course, and it's based on, and in a year when I'm finished it, I will be certified as a as a coach, and it's based on positive energy. Isn't that unusual for surgery? It's an institute of positive energy coaching, and it is taking things forward, not looking back, but looking forward, identifying the different energy levels that we have, and understanding that if you're feeling a victim or angry, that's a level 1 and 2, but if you innovate at a level 7. Level 7 is even above joy. It's definitely in a passion, and it's non-judgmental. And that's where you can really celebrate. And I'm learning how to coach, and I want to take that into, all I want to do really is just change the culture of surgery. So it's not a top-down, difficult, challenging, sometimes frightening, high sympathetic nervous system. It's relaxed. We realize why we're all in it. We are kind to each other, care about each other, can be critical, of course, because it's always coming from a positive position. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to teaching how to do surgery and teaching our profession the merits of coming from the positive side and forgetting about mean and forgetting about critical and just being, as we should be, grateful for the blessings that we've been given. So that's what I'm up to now.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank
I think
you.
we'll end on that lovely
Positive note.
positive note.
Great, and don't forget to wear that hat.
I will do so.
Okay.
So this is the first ASPN Distinguished Service Award, and you are the epitome of what we strive for this award. Can you talk about how you came to this point? What do you think made you the natural recipient of this?
Well, here we are at the end of almost the end of the second year of COVID, so that would be 2021, since it arrived 2020. So it's been a long time, but I would say, as is true for so many in our group, that it's mentorship. I was aggressively mentored by people who had in their background amazing mentors. For example, Hannah Malacy mentored Ellen Hudson, and Bunnell trained Littler, who trained Jim Murray. And Jim Murray was tendon transfers, and my teacher, I was his resident. Here's something funny. I sucked up a tendon graft when I was operating with him in January of 1978. I remember that. He put his hand on the suction, went to the wall, he clipped the suction, got the tendon out and said, "Carry on, Dr. Mackinnon." Oy, oy, oy. But anyway, tendon transfers and nerve grafting that Ellen Hudson had learned from Hannah Malacy, there comes nerve transfers. So mentorship. And then I have to add Dr. Alec Patterson. He has been my mentor and greatest coach and critic and cheerleader for 50 years now. But mentorship and sponsorship, just people moving things for me, opening doors for me. In 2008, I had my mantra, "Do the best you can," which took me from birth, 1950, to 2008, "Do the best you can." And then 2008, I heard someone say, "And let the rest be done for you." That's sponsorship. So that, and then of course hard work for a long time, but the research and funding from the MRC in Canada, and then funding from the NIH with the people in the laboratory who were brilliant, the residents and fellows and PhD students and just lab collaborators, Dan Hunter, for so long. But I think a secret sauce is what I did clinically was nerve. There was no dabbling. It was nerve in the lab, nerve in the clinics, nerve in the operating room for several decades, and then easy peasy. So I would say that is a very easy thing to do. And then is find something you like and just do it. That's in Tom Ruskin's book. Know what you have to do and then just do it. Things will fall in place. But the people that I've worked with and combining everything I do towards that love and passion of nerve, and being in institutions that would allow me to do that, University of Toronto, Washington University School of Medicine, St. Louis, absolutely that. And then the support of a wonderful family, 4 kids, all happy, all wonderful in-law kids, and then 11 grandchildren. And then of course Alec, who will celebrate 50 with me on June the 17th of 2022.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.